Banana Tree Princess. There lived a prince who was the only child of his parents, and they doted on him. But like all princes in ancient times, he was sent away to a school in the forest to study and train to be a warrior. When he returned home, he had grown into a handsome and smart young man. The king and queen were delighted to have him back in the palace and were now keen that he choose a princess and marry her. They made him meet many smart girls, but the prince did not choose any of them. He wanted to find the prettiest, most quick witted girl in the whole country. The prince loved gardening and tended the royal gardens himself. He planted trees and flowers from all over the world there. As a result, the garden was full of wonderful exotic plants and bushes. The prince's special pride and joy was a unique mango tree which produced fruit all year round. The mangoes were golden in color and tasted as sweet as sugar. There was no other mango tree like that anywhere in the country. The prince was very proud of his tree. He gathered the fruit and gifted them only to a select few people who coveted this remarkable gift. One day, as he was inspecting his garden, he looked at the mango tree. To his shock, realized that some fruits were missing. He immediately summoned the guards and told them to be on full alert. These sentries positioned themselves around the tree. Yet, the next morning, when the prince arrived, he saw some more fruits had been stolen. This time, the prince got the wall around the garden raised and lined with spikes. But the mangoes were missing yet again the next day. The prince decided to stay awake and guard the tree himself. He hid behind a bush to keep watch. In the middle of the night, a mild and attractive perfume wafted through the garden. In no time, the prince fell asleep. When he got up in the morning as usual, the mangoes were missing. He realized that the perfume put everyone to sleep. So he decided that he would cover his nose with a scarf and not breathe in the scent as he kept watch the next night. In the darkest hour of the night, the prince from his hiding place saw an amazing sight. Near the mango tree was an ordinary banana tree. The most beautiful girl the prince had ever seen emerged from the banana tree. In her hands, she held a golden pot. She filled the pot with some mangoes. Then she disappeared into the banana tree. All this while, the prince just sat behind the bush, unable to believe what he was seeing. The next day, the prince decided to catch the girl. As soon as she came out of the banana tree, he cut the tree. When the maiden finished plucking the mangoes and turned to make her way into the banana tree, to her shock, she found the tree gone and the way barred by an angry prince. The prince said to her, "Why have you been stealing from my garden? You must make amends for this. You're the most beautiful woman I have ever laid my eyes on. Marry me. I'll give you as many mangoes as you want." The woman looked down and said, "I come from another world, from beyond the banana tree. I know I should not have stolen the mangoes, but I tasted them once and had to keep coming back to take more. If you want, I'll marry you, but you must fulfill one condition." The prince asked what her condition was. She said, "I will always keep this pot with me. You must never ever open it. The day you open it, I'll return to my own world. If you agree to this, we can marry." The prince agreed immediately and without giving it further thought got married. The prince loved his wife dearly and she too got used to her new life in the palace. They were very happy together. One day, when she was away, the prince happened to go to her chambers. Walking around, his eyes fell on the golden pot which she had carried in her hands when they first met. He remembered the strange condition she had set before agreeing to marry him. "But now she loves me," he thought to himself. "If I open the pot, she'll surely not leave me. I have to open it and see what's inside." With these thoughts in his mind, the prince whipped off the cover of the pot and peered inside. There was nothing there. The prince burst into laughter. "Oh, it was only a joke. It's an empty pot. And surely she will not leave me for an empty pot." His wife had entered the room and was standing behind him. She had seen and heard everything. Now she came up to him and said, "To you, the pot may look empty, but when you promised never to open it, it began to contain trust as well as my dreams of leading a happy life with you. Trust is what makes any relationship successful. By breaking your promise, you have destroyed the faith that kept us together. And without trust and dreams, life has no meaning. And I cannot live with you anymore. I have to leave you now." And in the blink of an eye, the golden pot and the maiden disappeared, leaving the prince sad and alone. Friends, did you like this story? Please like and subscribe our channel for many more such stories.